In today's video, learn how to create your own home gym on a budget and if you're a little limited with space. I'm talking about a budget saving and a space saving gym. I have 5 tips for you on what to do when you are creating your own home gym and you're on a budget and maybe you don't have a whole lot of space either. And number 1, my biggest tip I can give you is it takes or it can take years to build a gym. And so it's okay if you don't start off with everything that you want. We have been building our home gym for a decade. What we started with and what we now have is vastly different. And I'm here to let you know that you can start with the basics, the bare minimum, and just acquire different pieces as you go. So you don't have to start out with your dream home gym. That is something that you can get over time. My second tip is don't worry about buying things that are used because they still get the job done. As you see, we have a bench. We wanted a bench a couple of years ago, and buying a few $100 bench was not in our budget. We found this secondhand off of Facebook Marketplace, and it was 30 bucks. It's clearly got some rips in it. We usually just put towel over it. It still gets the job done. We've not ever had any problems with it. We've never even thought about purchasing another one because this works perfectly fine. Once again, buy things secondhand. You can save a ton of money doing that as long as it will still do what you want it to do. Now, also, I mentioned that we are acquiring new pieces of equipment all the time. We've been working on our home gym for, I want to say it's been about a decade. We purchased the bench, like I said, used. We also acquired the bar, the Olympic bar, and some weights. However, it was not in our budget to also have a weight, something to hold to hold these weights. So that is something still in the future that we plan on doing eventually. And so right now we just put them on the floor. Once again, it's okay to not have your perfect gym. It is okay for things to not be perfect. You just purchase what you can in that moment and then know that you're going to just keep building onto it. My third tip is I want you to think about what are your cardio goals? What is it that you enjoy doing? And what is it that you would like to be able to do at home instead of going to the gym? So you have some pieces of cardio equipment that are just always going to be big. So if you are looking for something that is more of a space saver, treadmills, ellipticals, they are going to take up a lot of room. What I would suggest is purchasing the ones that fold up. There are plenty out there for space savers that fold up. We don't have any that fold up, but we do have a bicycle, and this is great for saving space. It can go pretty much anywhere, and we've enjoyed having it as an extra piece of cardio equipment. Now, once again, my number 2 tip was to purchase things used, and so I would highly suggest people are always selling their, any of their, especially cardio, but any of their workout equipment. So go online, look up used cardio equipment, use treadmills or use ellipticals, use bikes, things like that. That way you can have what you want at a much lower cost. And just remember that there's plenty of folding up devices now that they didn't have before. But I do want you to make sure that you are thinking about what your goals are and what you enjoy doing. So if you are a runner, if you want to get into running, then a treadmill is going to be great for you. If it needs to be a space saver, make sure you get one that folds up. If you really don't know what you want to do, then you might want to try out different things. Maybe if you're at gyms and hotels, you can try out different pieces of cardio equipment. And if you find something that you really like, then you can start searching for that online. My fourth tip is to think about your strength goals. So we've talked about the cardio goals and what to acquire for that. What are your strength goals though? If you are not a beginner and you've been working out for a long time and you've been maybe in a gym and now you want to bring it home, you will need more equipment. So I want you to first think about what is it that what's like your favorite thing to work out with at the gym, or think about also those strength goals. Can that favorite thing at your gym, can that help you get to your strength goals? And is it going to be the best thing to get you to your strength goals? Now, if it is costly, I want you to think about buying used, or is there any way you can be creative at home to where it's not going to cost as much money? Also, when you are designing that home gym, think about the space and where you're going to use that equipment. Remember, like I said, ours started out very, very small. We started with just a little bit of stuff, and every year we acquire more and more. And if you are not new to exercise, this is going to be what you will need to do. Start with something and build your way up from there. Now, if you are new to exercise and you really want to get into it and you realize that working out at home is going to be the best thing for you, you can start off with hardly anything. Watch. All you need is a mat. You really just need a mat. If you are brand new to exercise and you are wanting to work out at home, and you are maybe stressing a little bit about, I don't have hundreds of dollars to spend on this right now. If you will spend about $20 on a mat, you can do a ton of different exercises using just your body weight. This is going to be the best thing for you. If you don't want to buy a mat, you don't buy a mat. You can work out on the floor. But I'm telling you, body weight is the way to go if you are new to exercise and you're on a budget. And if you don't really have a whole lot of space in your home. Look at all these goodies I have right here. If you are new to exercise, like I said, you can start with a mat and you can do so much. You can work out for months, weeks or months, easily, even years with just a mat. However, if you just want to use equipment, then you can definitely use equipment if you want to add more variety. There are ways that you can go cheaper on a budget and that don't take up a whole lot of room and that will still give you that variety that you want. So I've got a few things here. For instance, you've got resistance bands that you can use. These are very budget friendly and they do not take up a whole lot of room. I've got a couple of those. Get those out of the way. I also have these mini bands. There's so much stuff that you can do with these mini bands. Once again, they are very budget friendly and they don't take up a whole lot of space. If you need to acquire things a little bit at a time, I would suggest to go first with the resistance bands. They are a little bit more versatile than the mini bands. Start with these, and then if you feel like you want a little bit more variety, then you can start, adding in these. And they're, like I said, very budget friendly. You've got your Pilates band or your Pilates ring. There are several different things you can do with this. And once again, it is very budget friendly and it doesn't take up a whole lot of room. Also, this is just another thing that I've got. I've got my sliding discs. I absolutely love these. These are not the best for beginners. So if you are a true beginner, I would not suggest going out and buying these right now. But if you've been working out for a couple of months, you're feeling really good, you want to challenge yourself in different ways, these are great because once again, they're very inexpensive and they don't take up a whole lot of room, but they are going to add that variety that you need. If you are someone who loves a routine and you can just do the same stuff, the same few things all the time, you may not need all of these things. But if you are like me and you need that variety to keep you motivated and to keep you enjoying exercise, these are some easy things that you can purchase that will help you with your variety. And they're great for not only beginners, but then also as you get more and more fit. These right here, like I said, they're not the best for beginners because they are hard, but that doesn't mean that you can't buy them, once you've been working out for a little bit. And then this will really help you as you get more and more fit. Now, right here above me is a TRX. These are not super cheap. This one was a little over $100, but they are super versatile. So they're cheap in comparison, and they're budget friendly in comparison to purchasing a lot of other equipment, especially if space is not on your side. You can put these in your door frame, and you can do a ton of different things with this. And this is also a good piece of equipment that if you are a beginner, you can start with. And then you can also, as you get more and more fit, you can still use it. And I mean, I use this all the time with almost every single workout. I use the TRX still. There are different, like this, we bought an actual TRX, but there are different offerings that you can also purchase if you are on a budget and you don't want to spend that much money. My last piece of advice is to make sure you're having fun with it. Pick pieces of equipment that you are excited about and that you want to use. Don't worry about picking pieces of equipment you think you should use or that other people like. Remember, you are creating your home gym, and in order to work out and to be consistent, you need to make sure you're finding things that you enjoy. So find workout equipment that will fit your budget, that will fit whatever space you have, and will also help you reach your goals, all while enjoying the process.
Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little notification button so you don't miss your next workout.